You see the headlines every day, right? Choked rivers, scorched earth, endless mountains of waste. We're told it's a political problem, a tech problem, a consumption problem. But what if the real issue is much, much older? What if it's a tenancy problem? According to the Bible, we're all living on borrowed land, and our lease has a very clear clause. We're just foreigners and strangers. And if we're being honest, we're terrible tenants. And look, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. The problems seem way too big, and the politics are a polarized mess. For some people of faith, they are ready to move on. After all, if this world isn't our permanent home, why bother fixing it? But that's like renting a house and deciding not to fix a massive water leak just because you'll eventually move out. That view completely misses the fine print in our rental agreement with the Creator. A contract found in, of all places, the Old Testament book of Leviticus, and it holds some critical instructions we've been ignoring for millennia. It all boils down to one game-changing verse in Leviticus chapter 25, verse 23. The land must not be sold permanently, because the land is mine, and you reside in my land as foreigners and strangers. Think about that for a second. This one sentence completely flips our relationship with the planet on its head. It's not ours. We're tenants. God's the landlord. Our job isn't ownership, stewardship. And this wasn't some lofty spiritual idea. It had real-world agricultural consequences, like the command to let the fields rest every 7th year, a brilliant practice that kept the soil healthy. Long before we had the science to explain why, but the lease had an even more radical clause, the year of Jubilee. You can think of it as God's giant, cosmic reset button. Every 50 years, the entire system was designed to self-correct. All debts? Canceled. All land? Returned to the families who originally stewarded it. This was the safeguard against the exact kind of runaway environmental damage and systemic poverty we're struggling with today. It made it impossible for resources and people to be exploited forever, and it stopped wealth from being hoarded by a powerful few. So when we look at our world today, are we really surprised? We've been acting like reckless owners, not responsible tenants, for centuries. Oh, the droughts, the instability, the inequality. This isn't some far-off threat. It's an eviction notice, slipped under our collective door. And maybe the solution isn't some brand new technology we haven't invented yet. What if it's a return to ancient understanding? The warning isn't buried in a scientific report. It's been there all along, in the terms and conditions we never bothered to read. Maybe it's time we finally took a look at our lease.